I go, if I'm in Bermuda, who ends up in the hood in Bermuda? How is that possible? We got poor people, great. They come to the hotel tonight. I have seen children become the most protective people you will ever meet. When you do right by kids, they do right by you. You could work in the most horrible place. You could turn your car on, open the doors, turn the radio on, and walk away from it. You treat those kids in that community right, your car's safe. You, your car, your family, your friends, everybody who came with you is straight. He with you? Okay. You treat kids dirty. Not only is your car not safe with you in it, with the outside, but it's not safe with you in it. Nothing is safe because children have instinct. They have the ability to feel. They have the ability to feel if you love them. You don't have to say it, they just know. Teaching, education is an art. It's like singing, it's like dancing. Some people just have it. Sadly, though, some of them are you. And somebody told you that you got to go and do something and make goo gobs of money so that then when you're 40, you'll go and you're then, because 40 is like the oldest you could be, 20. Right? Woo, 40. That's like double my life. Oh my God. Will I still be able to walk when I'm 40? That's when I'll retire, and then You, my friends, are arrogant to think for a second that another minute is promised to you. One of the difficulties about being smart, one of the challenges about being in places like this is to be humble. To be humble and understand that ultimately we are all servants. Every single one of us. The greatest life on earth is one that is spent serving others.
Yes, sir.
If you found someone who is truly happy, I guarantee you part of their life is service. Interesting, really, when you think about it. People will make all that money, and one of the first things they want to do is go try and find a way to help somebody. Because all that money doesn't feel like anything. It doesn't feel the way it was supposed to feel. It doesn't change. You change your address. And cars do drive a little smoother at that income bracket. And you get to use little plastic things with numbers on them, and you put them in plastic machines, and paper comes out. You don't have to sit there like some of us had to do. Oh man, my thing must be broke. When you decide to live a life of service, you'll understand that you are living a meaningful life. It starts simply here. It starts with when you walk by somebody in your school. And their job is to serve you, whether it be food or whatever. That you understand that you are no more human than they are. That you can pierce your lips wide enough to say good morning. That you can understand that somebody who is here that you see every single day deserves a greeting. Because life is interesting. Power shifts. Today, they're in your neighborhood. tomorrow you're in theirs. Today you're the boss, tomorrow you're in trouble. When you have humbled yourself in such a way that you can be the type of person who can see the humanity in all people, then we don't have to have these conversations about race and class, because you understand that those are simply starting points, but not indictments on a person's character. That you can understand that it's the complexity of the human experience that makes us all distinctly human. When you understand that, that is when you begin to feel that hand on your back. You're beginning to see yourself as part of the human experience, a person prepared to take on the responsibility that hangs in each one of our hearts. You understand that you cannot allow the lies to continue. One of the biggest opponents that I see to educational progress is an organization that was once seen as an ally, and that is the teachers union. You'll say, wow, Steve, that's a hard right. Because I'm going to bring it home for you. I can't have you lied to anymore. The teachers' unions are the ones who help to maintain the status quo in some of America's worst schools. They are the ones who fight to maintain the current staffing levels and the current staff in those schools. If you believe for 1 second that teachers matter, then you have to believe that good teachers matter more. There's a report called the McKinsey Report. It's a phenomenal report. It's not very long. It came out last spring, 2009. And it talks about that there's a greater achievement gap within a school between a qualified teacher and an unqualified teacher than there is from school to school.
Wow.
I'll take it one step further. The reason why the status quo can remain is because smart people don't know the truth. When you understand what's going on, this is not some Illuminati conversation. This is not, I don't get down like that. I did that in college. You mess with your head, man. For real, don't do that. Think everybody's out to get you. You will. You become paranoid. People get mad, but it's just the truth. You want to get your third eye, work it out. Weed is natural, man. Right. Whatever works for you, Chief. When you understand the truth, you understand that this is the same group that tells you the reason why students are performing poorly, the reason for the achievement gap is because these students are black and poor and Latino and Latina, and their parents don't have an education, and that is why. That is why. It is because they come from these communities where education is not valued, and therefore, that is why. Seems to make sense, because if you go to the communities, it's easy enough to prove, right? You look at the scores of the state and this, it seems like it makes sense. If you follow it, it's a reasonable line. It's a reasonable line to that place you think, well, black school's pretty dangerous, and you go through it. Until about 15, 20 years ago, these little things called charter schools start to open up, and magnet schools, and vouchers, and schools within a school. And damn it, somehow those same kids from those same communities not only beat the kids in their community, but began to outperform those students from other places. You said, well, see, the reason why they're doing that, there's a reason. There's a trick here. They picked those kids. kids were selected. They picked the smart kids in that community. They were able to find those kids. And see, they're the ones with the parents who are really involved, and they sign this compact, and they make them come.